Hello everybody, this is Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield here from Transport Evolved. As you can tell, the video I made yesterday had some positive feedback and most of you said that you would like a vlog style. Some of you said no, but the majority said yes. So I'm afraid the majority won in this particular case. So I'm going to try and do these little tiny itty bitty low tech updates every day with a thought of the day, a commentary on a piece of news, and some information really about what we're doing at Transport Evolved. Now, I'd like to thank you first for your amazing feedback on yesterday's video. There were so many people that made comments, and I just want to address some of them now. I can't address all of them because that would be a video in of itself, and I can only have the time to make one video today because it's already nearly 6 in the evening. I'm sorry. The first one was concerning the sound, so I fixed that. I've got a lapel mic on today, so hopefully that will improve the sound. I'm still using the same webcam that I did yesterday. Several of you said you'd like to see a separate channel so that you didn't have to watch the vlogs. Well, to begin with, we're going to have a separate playlist. So if you subscribe to my channel, you just go to the TEN Transport Evolved News playlist and you'll just watch TEN. But if you'll subscribe to the channel and you go to the general playlist, you'll see this video as well. Somebody else mentioned my dress code. Several people have commented in the last few months actually about what I wear when I'm doing the videos, and I need to get some nice dresses or skirts or whatever to dress up a little more to produce the content. Well, the first thing I want to say here is that, as somebody said, you look like a stay-at-home mum. Well, in a kind of way I am. I'm mum to 2 teenagers. This is my office. Someone said it looked like my kitchen or my dining room. It is. Transport Evolved is produced on a very small budget. Our server bill is tiny. And we keep everything really small. And yes, this is my base right now. We have in the past rented an office, but to keep costs down, we're doing it in the house at the moment. We're renting a space in our house, as it were, from ourselves, if I can put it like that, to produce the show. And most of the content we produce on Transport Evolved is just me and a camera and a computer and an editing suite. So pretty much you just have to bear with me on that one. Someone said my glasses. Okay, apparently these look mannish. I don't know why. Let's try my reading glasses. I'm 36 and I have reading glasses and distance glasses. I don't care. So there. Now I can read the screen better, so I'm going to keep these on. But yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mum. I've adopted 2 children. They are lovely. I love them to bits. Sometimes I have to do like mum things instead of Transport Evolved things. And for that, I'm sorry, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes when you are juggling a career that you started yourself, your own business, as well as being a mum. It's possible to do both. Sometimes there's a little bit of give and take. I don't want to talk about any more of the feedback from today. I want to talk about what is in my mind today, namely the second fatal Tesla crash that has happened. I've got news of this today. It's from the Netherlands. A 53-year-old Tesla Model S driver died tragically in a crash when his Model S left the road and hit a tree, says local reports, at high speeds. And the vehicle did catch on fire, and the driver was reported dead at the scene by the firefighters, emergency responders, when they arrived. It's been all over the national news in the Netherlands this morning, and the fire was reportedly difficult to extinguish. There are some questions as to whether bits of the battery pack ended up on the road or not. That's hearsay at the moment, but the driver's body did remain in the vehicle. Now, the reason for this crash is still unknown. And I'm not going to go into any great detail here, but what I am going to do is talk about why we on Transport Evolved don't share photographs of crashed cars. It's something that I'm particularly careful about, and it's something I've been careful about since day one. I will talk about accidents, I'll talk about tragic accidents, but I won't post pictures of vehicles involved in accidents unless I know everybody's okay and I've got permission to do that. The reason being is that this is out of respect for the people who die. The the pictures of a crashed car after an accident are effectively that person's final moments of life. And I don't feel personally that it adds anything extra to the story to show the crash gore. And that's why I won't do it. I know a lot of sites will. I know a lot of main news sites will. I mean, it's different. I'm not the BBC. I'm not MSNBC. I'm not Fox. They have, in some ways, a kind of a journalistic duty to share those photos because they're trying to portray news of what's happened. In this case, somebody dying, hitting a tree, and their car being smashed up and them dying in the process, I don't necessarily need to share photographs of that. And I would like never to do that unless somebody contacts me and said, yes, my loved one died in this crash and I would like you to publish pictures so that other people can see what happened. That's something very different. And I say that as somebody who has not been involved in a fatal accident, but I've had my share of accidents over the years. But I've also lost fairly close family relatives in fatal car crashes. And I know that my cousin's family, my aunt wouldn't like it particularly if somebody shared that picture. So that's the reason why I'm not doing it. But I am also going to explain why Transport Evolved is going to cover the news of this accident. We will mention it on 10 this week, and why we are covering these big fatal Tesla crashes. Lots of people say, well, gas cars burst into flames every day. People die in car crashes every day. Why are you picking out Tesla? Why are you singling out Tesla? Well, my response is this. I'm not singling out Tesla. Tesla's kind of singling itself out because Tesla has made a name for itself by being the safest car maker out there. That's its big USP, even more than the electric, even more than the zero emission. Autopilot, it's all about safety. It's all about keeping people safe. And if there's an accident involving a Tesla Model S, Model X, and maybe one day Model 3 that's fatal, and there's question of how it happened and why it happened, sensitive reporting of that story, I think, is responsible. And when I mean sensitive reporting, I mean reaching out to Tesla and saying, hey, do you have an official statement you can give me? Tesla always knows when I contact them that if I ask for a statement, I will put it in an article. And if I write a story about Tesla that doesn't have a statement attached, and I've not been able to get one from Tesla, I will usually put, we commented Tesla for a comment and we haven't received one as yet. We'll update the story if there is one that appears or arrives after the story has been published. And we'll also say, if there's no need, this is a rumor. And, Tesla's obviously not going to comment on this. As usual, Tesla doesn't comment on rumors, which is kind of Tesla's big thing. So covering this is because Tesla puts itself on a pedestal when it comes to safety. And so this is a big, important news story. We have to cover it. But we're not going to cover it with gory pictures. We'll use stock pictures of a Tesla Model S. That's where we're going to go with this story. We'll reach out to Tesla, ask for comment. We'll try and figure out what went wrong. Yes, based on what we know of the information provided to us by officials. But we're not going to go into this hearsay, oh, it was autopilot, or it was this, or it was that, because that's irresponsible, and we're not going to do that. So I hope this helps you understand why we do cover fatal crash stories. And while that first fatal crash involving Joshua Brown was such an important story, we had lots of people claiming in comment threads on YouTube videos, oh, it was the driver's fault. Why are you blaming Mr. Brown when it was clearly the driver's fault of the truck? Well, honestly, I don't have that information to hand. I can't say who was to blame. And in last week's TEN, you'll note that we said neither the car nor Mr. Brown noticed the truck, and the truck driver does not appear to have noticed, the car. At least that's probably the best way of putting it. And until that official investigation has been closed, that's pretty much all we can say. So I hope you understand. I hope you like this response to that news story. That's a big one that's been in my mind today. Obviously, also the $300 million that Tesla's managed to secure to help with its leasing program. So it's signed a financing agreement there. News of that broke today as well. And also there's the news that's coming through of the Nissan Note with range extended engine. Now, there's some confusion as to whether it's a range extended electric vehicle with a gasoline engine in the boot, or if it's what we call a serial hybrid where the gasoline engine generates power that generates electric power using a motor or a generator motor that's attached to the output shaft of the engine, has a smaller battery pack, as in the Honda Insight. The first generation Honda Insight was a serial hybrid, and that then drives the wheels using a secondary electric motor. I don't know. I need to do some more digging into that. But that's my thoughts for today. Please subscribe, like, and comment as usual. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down and tell me why. Give me a thumbs up. I think, yay, it's all good. Don't forget you can support us on Patreon too by going to www.patreon.com/Transport Evolved. And thank you as always for watching. I will see you later on in the week. Bye.